So, morning. Thank you for taking out time to discuss your process of meeting us and working with us and our team. So, Janae, if I could use that,
Uh-huh. Good
your
morning.
name Janae this morning. And can you tell everybody how did you find us? Because people find us for so many different
I
avenues.
think I just did a search for down payment assistance, and kind of navigated my way through to your site.
Okay. And then, so in the beginning, if I remember correctly, you were already under contract.
Yes.
And could you share with everybody the process and what were you
Mhm.
thinking at that time and what was your goals and what were you trying to achieve
Yep.
before looking for us?
So I was under contract. I'd already put down, some earnest money. And I was faced with, hey, you're gonna have to have X amount of dollars for your closing cost. And so I knew that I might fall a little short of that, just because of the amount that we were looking at. So it was my original loan was 3 to 5% down, plus closing costs, and my builder wasn't, trying to really give me any incentives. So I went looking for programs that might offer, down payment grants or loans or whatever I could find at that point. And so that's kind of how I stumbled upon your company.
Okay. And so what a lot of people don't realize, when you called, we already know like what to do with a client when they call. It doesn't matter what the purchase price is. It could be $1 million house, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
um, I don't know what you were told in that process, like maybe from other banks, from your realtor or the builder, because the income, and you ain't got to disclose your
Yeah.
income surpassed most, we call it down payment assistance programs.
Absolutely. So I did not qualify, with, your typical, I guess, state funded down payment
Mhm.
processes. It's just like you make too much money. No, we can't help you. And I was kind of running into some roadblocks on the loan side as well. And I'm like, I'm pre-qualified. I'd make enough money to, to afford this home. So I was just trying to find the right avenue to make it happen.
Right. And so in your case, you came to us on the consulting side because you was already on on the contract.
Mm-hmm.
And the way we look at it is that how much money can we save this client?
Mm-hmm.
Did the client, meaning you, Janae, did you ever get an opportunity to say no to other products that are out there? So some people get confused about when I use the term product, that's just the term we use in our company, product.
Yeah.
Anything, our definition of down payment assistance is anything that we can use, that you don't have to bring your money to the table,
Yeah.
is a resource to cover the down payment requirement for uh, the guidelines at that particular bank. And if I remember correctly, the savings from the strategy we use, and I don't remember how much money did
So
it
it was
actually
about
save you?
$15,000 that I ended up saving. I didn't have to bring any money to the closing table, and I actually got right around $4,000 back at closing. The good thing about it was I probably would have spent about $25,000 to actually close on the normal, loan that I
Mhm.
had in place. And working with you guys, I was able to put that 10,000 or part of that 25,000. So I was able to put $10,000 toward the debt that I had and keep that additional 15,000 in my pocket.
Wow, that's amazing, and that's the reason why I really love what I do
Yeah.
over the last 25 years because I think it's uh so let me ask you this before I even get to what I'm about to say.
Okay.
What was your total cost out of pocket when you bought your house? Because that's
I
my whole thing. I always talk to people about that total cost out of pocket. You're in this brand new, beautiful home. And
Yep.
what was your total cost out of pocket?
For me, my house is over $500,000, and
Mhm.
I ended up, I would say overall, it was about 22 to $23,000. But given what I was looking at previously or before that, I would have been closer to 50,000. So I still saved about half of what I would have put down. I could have received more money back on, I could have received my entire 10,000 that I put down for earnest money back, but I didn't necessarily need the cash. I just wanted to make sure my closing was covered and I didn't have to bring any additional funds to the table. And the money that I spent was spent toward reducing my debt. So it put me in a better position when I came into my new house. So I had, money in the bank to buy furniture and, garage door openers and all the little things that you don't think about.
So if I understand it correctly,
Mm-hmm.
this not the part you paid your debt down. But
Yeah.
I'm saying in your
Not
house.
debt now. Okay, so to get
I'm
in
just
my
saying your
house,
total cost out
total
of
cost
pocket.
to get in my house.
Right.
So net $7,000
So it
because I
cost
put
you-
down 10, I got
Uh-huh.
back 3 at closing.
All right. So it's 7,000 and
Mhm.
your house is over $500,000.
Mm-hmm.
It cost you $7,000 to move it to your brand new house.
Yep.
And I think that's cool that you moved
Yeah.
into a $500,000 house with
Yeah.
$7,000 total out of pocket.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure your friends probably look at you thinking, "Yeah, you crazy. You didn't spend no 7,000." Because I know your neighbors and stuff spent way more money
Yeah,
to move
absolutely.
their
And
house.
absolutely. I'm sure they did.
I'm sure they did too.
I'm sure
But
they did.
that's what I get excited about by helping clients. And here's the thing what people don't understand, because there's two sides of our company. You would have got more credit if we were on the real estate side,
Yes.
like and we helped 2 other people in your family, which was your mom and your sister.
Mm-hmm.
And you would have got more credit.
Yeah.
You would have got in with less money.
Yeah.
You would have got in with around $2,000.
Yeah. Because I think that's about where my mom ended up.
Yeah, about
Yep.
$2,000. To me, this happens
I mean,
every day.
You can't ask for anything better than that because the numbers, it's daunting and it's very intimidating when you first start talking to, loan officers and those types of things because they throw some big numbers at you and it's
Right,
like,
they do.
how is that achievable? So it was very enlightening working with you guys and, just seeing, okay, there are other ways to work around these big numbers that they're throwing at me.
Yeah, it's disheartening amount of calls we get every day,
Mm-hmm.
and we know we can help them.
Mm-hmm.
And you're knowledgeable, like you was telling me before this recording that you was a realtor in Atlanta,
Uh-huh.
and so you knew the lingo, you knew the terminology, you're familiar with the terminology.
Yep.
But what we're finding out, and the reason why these calls are so important, because we send out a 2-minute video, we're going to send more videos out,
Mm-hmm.
and people listen to other people, and they really believe those other people know what they're talking about, and they
Yeah.
really don't in our industry. They don't. All they want to do is make that sale.
Yeah.
Our whole thing is when we work with people, we look at them as family.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just the bottom line, and we treat family like family.
Yeah.
So I treat you like my sister.
Yeah.
Your mom, I actually look at her as mom.
Yeah.
And so I want to hear from the client, what do you want? If you want to put money down, fine. We believe that. If that's your philosophy, you want to put it down, put it down. If you want to keep your money and find ways for your money to make money,
Mm-hmm.
we do that also, right? But the home ownership process is not difficult like what people say it is. It's just that people use the wrong people and they make it more difficult is what we really believe.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So I want to thank you for your time. I really do. And thank you for taking out your time to at least talk to, people about the process.
It's easy, guys. I'm like, it's really easy. So, all right. Thanks, Jerome.